Hello. In today's video, we're going to be making a flame in Blender. Alright, let's get started. First thing is first, delete the cube. Next, what you're trying to do is hold Shift A, go to Meshes, and get yourself an ISO sphere. Now we're going to edit this. We're going to add 4 subdivisions. After doing that, go ahead and click 3 on your number pad. This is very important. Go up here, click this, and then click that. Next, what you want to do is change from smooth to sharp. After that, click on the top vertex. Then click G to move it up. You can scroll on your mouse wheel to change the affected areas. After getting it to what you like, remember to shade smooth it. Next, you want to head on to modifiers. You want to go ahead and add a modifier. The modifier we'll be adding is called displace. After that, you want to be changing the strength of the modifier. You want to change the strength to about 0.14. After that, go ahead and create a new texture by clicking new, and then select this icon right there. Next, change the type of texture from images or movies to marble. Next, change the size from 0.25 to 0.4. Alright, so as you can see, it's kind of getting there, you feel me? Just let me cook. Hold on, let me cook. So right now, the object is facing down. Let's rotate 90 degrees. To do that, click this orange button and then change the x-axis from 0 degrees to 90 degrees. After this, we want to move it up a little bit. Now it's time for the front part. Hold Shift A, go all the way out to empty, and then get yourself a plane axis. Make sure this plane axis is in front of your flame. Next, click the flame and then go to modifiers. Pay attention to this part because this is very important. Okay, so change this from local to object. Next, click this and then click it on the axis. This will allow you to move the axis and the flame at the same time. By the way, if you have any questions right now, just comment and I'll make sure to get to you soon. Alright, it's time to animate now. Okay, first things first, bring the timeline a little bit up. Keep in mind this is going to be super simple, nothing too complicated. Alright, first ensure that your timeline starts at 1 or 0. Alright, just follow what I do. First click this to add a keyframe on the y-axis, and then go all the way to the end of your timeline. Then move the plane. Once that's done, click it again to add another keyframe. Next, play it back and see how it is. It's a bit slow, so we're going to move the last keyframe closer to the first keyframe. In order to do that, all you have to do is just click the last keyframe and then press G on your keyboard to move it all the way back. So I put mine at 20, but you could do whatever you want. Make sure the end matches when your animation ends as well. So if my animation ends at 20, my end is 20. Okay, don't freak out. I'll show you guys how to do this. Alright, so first click this button and then change this to standard. Okay, now it's time to talk about the nodes. So what we have here is a texture coordinate connecting to a mapping node, connecting to a gradient texture node. This gradient texture node connects to color ramp node, and then the color ramp node connects to the emissions, and then the emissions node connects to the material output. Also for the color ramp node, these are the colors I put. Basically just copy me and you'll be fine. Okay, so at this moment we're almost done texturing. You just have to add a little bit more nodes. Alright, so go down here, hold Shift A, and get yourself a gradient texture. Do the same thing, but this time you need a mapping node. Next, get a texture coordinate. After this, start connecting them. Next, get yourself a color ramp node and connect it with the gradient texture. Okay, now let's preview it by connecting the color ramp node with the material output. After this, it's time to change the numbers. Just copy the pictures I put on the screen. These are the values for the mapping node. Alright, let's focus on the color ramp. Change this from linear to easy. Next, change this from white to red. After that, change this from black to orange. We're almost done. This is the last part. Just add an emissions to the color ramp node. Make sure to put the emissions value to a 4. Next, add a mix shader so we can add the two shaders together. After adding, just connect it. Okay, now we just need to tell Blender where to set each material. Alright, so go up, get a weight layer node. Then get a mix shader node. After that, get a math node. Duplicate the math node. Change both of them from add to power. Next, connect it like how I do. Then get a color ramp node. Duplicate this as well. Just connect it like so. Oh yeah, I almost forgot something. Go here and make sure it's color, not flow. Last but not least, get a mix node. Change this to color as well. After you do this, just connect it. Lastly, change this to color dodge, and then change the top power value to 2. Then change the bottom power value to 4. Move this all the way down here. After that, crank the factor to 1. Finally, we could connect this, and if you want, you could connect this. Congrats, you're on the particle section. First thing is first is get yourself a plane. Rotate this plane 90 degrees. Ensure that it's in front of your flame. After this, get yourself a UV sphere, and then change the subdivision to 3, and change the edges to 3. Next, we're going to add a material to it, and then head over to shading. Alright, so click this, and then click X on your keyboard to delete it. All we'll be adding is a emission and color ramp node. Okay, first connect them, and then change this color from white to red, and then change the other one to orange. After this, go back to layout, then move this out of the way. Next, select the plane, go to the particles, and then add a particle. Go all the way to velocity, change it to 5.82, and then make sure forces is open too. You want to go to Brownian right there and change it to 20. Next, open field weights and make sure the gravity is 0. Now all you got to do is open the render tab and then change this to object. After that, select this and then select that. Also, don't forget to make this smaller, and then you're done. Just click your space button and play the animation. If you enjoyed this video, just like and subscribe. Anyways, here's the Bible verse for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.